it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Busy Life Podcast. I'm your host, Julie, and I just have to say, right now, I am sitting upstairs in my second bedroom that Ryan and I have turned into kind of like a like a makeshift storage room. I've mentioned on here a couple times that Ryan and I are engaged, and we are actually getting married in a month to the day tomorrow. Ooh, I'm so excited. So we've been getting so many gifts, which has been absolutely amazing. And we're so blessed. We're so thankful. But we don't know where to put them because we live in a pretty small yet spacious 2x2 condo right now. So we kind of just had to take the second bedroom, which is like half office, half gym, half closet, half storage room. And it's just mostly storage room right now. But I just wanted to say I'm sitting in said storage room and I have two really big windows, and the sky right now is just, it's so pretty. It's like a cotton candy, pink, blue vibes. I know you guys are like, why the fuck are you talking about that right now? But I just wanted to start with that because, first of all, it's beautiful. And second of all, because we need to find a way to look at the beauty more in life. And when I say that, I really think that that's important because I think for so long we focus on what could we be better at? What could we fix? What could we work on? What could we change? What are we going to do about it? And y'all know I love that question, but sometimes it's okay to just be, right? Why can't we just look at something and just admire it for the way it is? And that's actually a really great way for me to segue into what I wanted to talk about today, which was honestly how to just not care about what other people think of you. And I think that honestly starts with finding the beauty in things, being able to just sit down and just be present and be thankful for what we see and for what there is right now. I know everyone always says, there's no time like the present, but it's because it's so true. I mean, in this moment right now, I'm going to just paint the picture for you. I am in a robe because why not? I just got back from the gym. Ryan and I picked up some dinner. So I'm sitting in my robe upstairs in this multi-purpose room, and I'm just looking at the sky right now as I'm recording this. And I may not have another moment like this, like not to get dramatic, but one day I'll be recording this in our future house. Maybe the next time I'll record it in another room. Maybe the next time I record it, it'll be raining. Or maybe the sky won't look this way. Or all the stuff will be removed from this room and we'll be moving. I mean, you will never get the moment that you are in back. And that's kind of depressing when you think about it. So, why do we spend so much of our time so damn worried about what other people think? I mean, it's just why? And I can tell you why. Honestly, if you just type into Google, why do people care so much about what other people think? It'll tell you. The Williamsburg Therapy Group has done some research on it, and they'll say that humans are by nature, and this is all a quote, social animals. That's why we care so much about what other people think of us. We want to belong, to be accepted, and to bond with other members of our social pack. Caring about others' opinions is a survival mechanism as old. I'm going to read that again. Caring about other people's opinions of us is a survival mechanism as old as humanity itself. Damn. I'm just letting that sink in for a second. So, this isn't anything new, and it's something that everybody has experienced at some point in their life. And actually, what kind of made me think about this is not just, because of me sitting in my aqua blue robe staring at the sky, but I was listening to a Mel Robbins podcast episode, and she had her team come on and talk about different ways that she kind of demonstrates that she just doesn't give a fuck anymore. And she was saying, she's like, I'm 52, I just don't care anymore. Like, she wore this bodysuit and her nipples were visible, and she was just like, fuck it, I don't care. Or one of the other ones that I thought was really interesting was she had open toed shoes when she was in like an important meeting or meeting somebody pretty important from Audible. And she was like, I don't give a fuck. I like these shoes. I bought these shoes and these are some of my favorite shoes. But the main thing is that she talks about how uh, the old her wasn't always like that. And I think it's just important to note that all of us have come from a place where you do care. And it's not a bad thing to care, but I think the problem comes from when we care so much. For me, I grew up in a family where appearances definitely matter. And I think they still do, especially to some of my family members, they matter the most. And that's okay. That's, up to them. But I personally don't want to live a life like that. I want to live a life where what matters the most is how I view myself. And as long as I know I'm being respectful, I'm taking care of myself, I'm taking care of my loved ones as best as I can, and I can go to bed at the end of the day saying I did my best and that I showed the people I loved that I love them, and then that's what matters to me. Don't get me wrong, I also enjoy looking nice. I will do my hair, I will put my makeup on, I will try to, wear a cute outfit because I do care about my appearance in some fashion. But I do think that there's a lot of my family members that care a little bit more about it than I do. And everybody has different opinions, some people care more about this, some people care more about that. I clearly care more about fitness than a lot of people that I know, and that's okay. It's one of my passions in life is to be a successful personal trainer who is able to reach many different women and educate them on the importance of taking care of ourselves. And not even just women, I mean, men too. Ryan and I work together all the time to try to better his personal physique goals and just his overall health. And in a way, I guess that's where it comes down to just how much do you care about it? And when have you crossed the threshold of, is it becoming toxic? Do you care so much to the point where it's making you sick inside? Or do you care so much to the point that you will do anything for somebody else's approval? Or do you just care because you're passionate about it and because you love it and because it brings you joy? Fitness for me is that. I know a lot of my friends struggle with, "Oh my god, I haven't been able to get my workouts in, and I haven't been able to do that." But that's how I feel about other things. For me, nutrition and I are not besties. We're working on it, but we're not besties. So, for some people, they're like, "Oh my god, I would so much rather have a personal trainer because I love cooking." Meanwhile, I'm like, nope, no need for a personal trainer, but I would love a personal chef." So, finding the things that you care about, I think, are a good starter because then you need to decide, do I care about this because it means a lot to me? Or do I care about it because it means a lot to me what other people think? And going back to the appearances things, I remember vividly a couple times that my sisters and I could not leave the house unless we had blush on, like a little bit of makeup, but especially blush because it made our cheeks pop, and earrings. That used to piss off my yaya so much. If we left the house without a touch of makeup and earrings to just make our face pop. But now, I mean, oh my gosh, I rarely wear makeup. I much rather prefer my natural skin. I'm actually very comfortable in my skin. I love my skin. I have like an olive I have like an olive undertone. So a lot of my pictures, everyone's like, "Oh my God, you're so tan." Thank you. Thanks to my Greek family, especially dad. Dad's genes are the ones that gave me that. um, so I never really wanted to wear makeup. I just liked the way that I looked, and I liked my face the way it was. And don't get me wrong, again, I'm going to say that phrase a lot in this episode. I do like wearing makeup. There's times that I'll put it on and I'm like, "Oh, I look good today." But when are you hitting that line of, am I doing it because I want to feel good in my skin and I want to look good for myself? Or am I doing this because someone told me to, because I'm going to be judged if I don't, because if I don't do it, then people are going to look at me and think of me differently, or think that I'm ugly, or think that I don't fit in? I mean, the list literally goes on. So I know that it's something that everybody has gone through, probably is still going through, goes through at different times, depending on the event, depending on what it is. So I just wanted us to take a moment, bring awareness to it. And I want you to think about something that you definitely care a lot about, whether it's your appearance, your job, whether it's your relationship, maybe it's your financial spot that you're in, maybe it's the friends that you hang out with, the choices that you make. What is something that you do that you're afraid other people judge you for? I'm just going to give everybody a couple seconds to think about that. I know for me, there was a phase in my life, and it was a pretty long phase, where I very much cared about my weight. I talked about in the most recent episode my ups and downs with my journey, and how I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I've been overweight and judged for it, and I've been underweight and judged for it. And then when I was a weight, and when I am currently right now a weight that makes me feel very comfortable, very happy, even it's okay for me to have these goals too, because I'm like, "Oh, but I really want to get better at X, Y, or Z." I still feel judged for it. And I was very much judged for it before. So I totally cared about the way I looked. I cared even to the point where I don't want to say that I was a binge eater. I was never diagnosed as one, but I definitely had some tendencies that kind of made me question it. I'm not a registered dietitian or somebody who is qualified to diagnose an eating disorder. I'm actually not entirely sure who it would be that would diagnose you with it, a doctor of some sort or somebody with that level of education. That's not me. I'm a nutrition coach. I just help my clients understand nutrition and how to better adapt it into their life, which is kind of funny since nutrition and I are not besties. We're definitely getting better. And I'm definitely in a much more healthy place, but this is where that, "Oh, we're not besties," comes from. I definitely used to go through phases in my life where, and have recently, I'll just eat whatever's in front of me and I will finish it. Um, like I said, I'm not sure if that's qualifiable, if that's even, I guess, something that happens, but I do know that there's times when I'll just be like, "You know what? I want some dates, or I want some popcorn, or I want some ice cream." And I can't stop myself from eating it. So I keep going, and then I eat the whole thing, and then I regret it, and then I'm upset. And it's like a vicious cycle. And then naturally, that doesn't help with the whole, "Oh, but I was trying to lose weight. I was trying to look good in this. I was trying to feel better about this," because now I've totally just self sabotaged in a way. And now I'm even more upset because now I know that people are going to notice that I've judged, that I've been bloated and I'm looking different now, and I'm judging myself. So somebody must be judging me. it goes on. So, whatever your thing is, I just want you to take a minute and I just want you to tell yourself it's okay. And tell yourself you're sorry, like we did last week with telling our bodies we're sorry. I want you to tell yourself you're sorry for putting yourself in this position because it's not your fault. As we heard already from the Williamsburg Therapy Group, that it's a sense of wanting to be accepted. We do this because we just want to fit in. We want to make friends. We want to be a part of that group. We want to be able to play that sport. We want to be able to look like this, to do that. We just want the best, even though we're not doing it the right way. So here comes my favorite question. What are we going to do about it now? Now we have to find that happy medium where I care, but only when I really need to care, meaning like about what other people think. And then when can I just say, I just care because I care about myself and I care about my life? For example, you guys know I use fitness all the time because that's like what I eat and breathe, especially teaching too. I work out because I care about my body. I don't care about losing fat. I don't care about, you know, gaining weight or whatever. I care about my mobility and I care about my longevity and I care about my overall health. And I care to the point where I just know I need it. And I think that if you can have a response like that, where it's coming from the safe place of genuine love and passion and compassion, then it's okay to care. And it's a good thing to care. I don't want us to leave this conversation thinking, oh my gosh, like Julie's telling me that I just shouldn't give a shit and that I should walk down the street with my top off, and that I should do whatever the fuck I want. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I think it's important to bring awareness to the fact that sometimes we care a little bit too much about the wrong things. And it's okay, but now we're going to change it. What we're going to do is instead, we're going to focus on our passions. What brings us the most joy? Who brings us the most joy? Why do they bring us the most joy? What can we do more of? What can we add into our life? And then naturally get rid of the rest that we don't, because that's how you live an authentic life. When you do the things that make you happy, when you're around the people that fill your cup, that inspire you, that challenge you to truly go after your dreams, that's when it's important to care. Because when you show those people and those parts of your life that you care and you fill those cups up, you also fill your own cup up. But if I cared about the other things, like, does my aunt care if I have makeup on? Or does my friend care that I turned in this assignment first? Or does this person care at the gym if I add another 25-pound plate to this squat because I should be lifting heavier? That's not necessary. That's when we've hit the point where, really, Julie, that's not important anymore. We need to prioritize what we care about and how we deal with it, right? What are we gonna do to split these things? So, okay, I hear you guys saying, I got you. This is what we're supposed to do. How do I actually do it? I've got a couple tips here. The first tip I've got is that I want you to accept that people have opinions of you, and it's honestly not your business. The first time I heard that, I was like, what the fuck? Yes, it is my business. I need to make her realize that I'm a good friend, and I need to make him realize that I do call all the time and that I do this, and that this person needs to realize that I'm this kind of person, that I am a hardworking teacher and I am a strong personal trainer. No, you don't. You form opinions about other people. And I guarantee you, there's people in your life that you have a strong opinion about, and it doesn't matter what somebody else says. to you, oh no, that's not true. She is really a good person. Oh my God, that's not true. They really do care about that. And in the back of your head, you're going to say, no, I don't. No, they don't. No, they're not. See, your opinions can't be changed by other people. Maybe they can be, and maybe you just don't want to change them. So imagine that that's how somebody else feels about you too. And it shouldn't matter. If it's somebody that really does, you really do care about this person and it really bothers you the way that they view you, maybe have a conversation with them. Sit down and talk to them and be like, look, I know that you see things this way, but I kind of just want to pick your brain and find out why. And then honestly, if they're not willing to change, they're not worth it. They're not worthy of being in your life. So just accept the fact that people have opinions of you, and honestly, it's okay. You have opinions of other people too. And the only opinion that should matter to you about you is your own. We say this all the time on this podcast. When you look in the mirror, the only thing you see that will be there with you at the end of the day is yourself. Every day, every and any day. You. Your opinion of yourself matters the most. And if you don't have a healthy relationship with yourself, then I suggest we start there. So definitely check out my other episodes on that because you got some work to do and I'm here for it. So I will help you with that as best as I can. Another one. Um, Remember that everybody makes mistakes too. You are probably worried so much about the little things, like the makeup thing I said, or, "Oh my god, she's judging me because I'm wearing, like, bikini bottoms or granny panties instead of a thong, and so she can see them through my leggings," or, "He's probably watching me do this, and he thinks that I look really frumpy," or whatever. You think that they didn't have days like that too when they thought about that? Or maybe you tripped, or maybe you stuttered when you were giving a speech. I remember, I think I was in 5th grade, but this was in middle school. And we had one of our like chorus concerts where me and the rest of the grade were singing some songs to the whole school. And I started a verse too early. Everybody was quiet. And I remember the guy next to me looked at me and he was like, Julie. I was ready basically for a solo. But in that moment, I was totally afraid that everybody was judging me. They're like, oh my God, she's so stupid. She doesn't remember how to sing the damn song. Or doesn't she fucking know that this song doesn't start till the next verse? Everybody makes mistakes. Okay. It's like the Hannah Montana song. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. They do, because nobody is perfect. And honestly, it was really funny. And I can look back at that now and be like, ooh, Julie just really wanted a solo. But whatever. I was ready. I was prepared. Hey, I bet you there was other kids there who weren't paying attention. Let it go. Everybody makes mistakes, okay? Play some Hannah Montana while you're at it. Another one is develop your own sense of self. Like I said, a lot of your, I guess, insecurities, for lack of a better word, and worries and anxieties about the way that other people perceive you and the way that other people think about you, it probably comes from a deep place of being told you're not worth it, right? If there's things that you don't care about, like for example, when I hang out with my friends, I don't give a shit what they do to their hair. This is just a very small example. I don't care what they wear when I'm with them. I don't care what their hair looks like. I I don't care. I don't care what shoes they're wearing. I don't care if they came about 5, 10 minutes late. I just care that they're there. Because the core value behind that is that I just want to be with them. But that's because I know that that's how I feel. And that's a core value of mine. I care about being with them. And that comes from a confidence that I have within our relationship and within myself too. I know that my friends don't judge me if my hair is in a messy bun or if I came about 5 minutes late because I had to walk my dogs. And for those of you who know my dogs, you know that Tucker is not a good listener. So no matter what amount of training, he does not give a shit. He runs on Tucker time. And they don't care. They get it. So maybe you need to work on what you think about yourself and find the people that also believe in you. And then that will create a good recipe, not a recipe for disaster. Work on yourself, build your own confidence, be around people who support that confidence and who support the healthy you, the healthy, happy, strong, stable you. And then you really won't care because you could show up to things as authentically as you are and nobody's going to judge you. That could mean teeth not brushed. It could mean mix matching socks. It could mean you're mentally kind of all over the place that day. It could be shallow, it could be deep, it could be whatever it is, but those people won't judge you. You won't judge yourself, which is even more important. And it's coming from a place of knowing that you're safe, right? When you feel safe, you feel more willing to be who you are. Think about the people that you feel the most safe around. Do they genuinely care about stupid shit like if you're wearing makeup or if you have earrings on? No. Do they want the best for you? Yes. Now, I'm sure if you were going somewhere like really, really nice and they're like, oh, like, come on, Julie, like, I think we should get our hair done together. We should go get our nails done. Yeah, that's good. There are certain times and places where you should care. Like, honestly, I'm not going to lie. If somebody shows up to my wedding in jeans, I probably will be mad because this is a nice ass wedding and I want people to show me that they care about me by dressing appropriately. And then I show them that I care about them by, doing their own thing back at them. So there's ways to show it, and there's ways to show that you care. There's ways to care what others think in a way. But again, we're not crossing that threshold of it's toxic and it's coming from a bad place. It's just coming from oh, this is appropriate and this is not. So we got to decipher the two. But I really think the core of not giving a fuck or understanding that life is more important when you're authentic rather than when you're trying to please comes from working on yourself. Kind of sounds like what we said at the beginning about wanting to just let go of the fact that other people care about you, and what their opinion is about you. Because if they care about the stupid shit, then they're stupid. Then they're not worth your time, right? These thoughts aren't worth your time. Those people aren't worth your time. Those places aren't worth your time. If you're not happy at work, or if you've got friends that you're just like, oh my God, I have to go see them again. Why are you doing it? Why? Do you need the money? Get another job. Do you feel lonely? Find some more fucking friends. They're out there. I get really mad. This is a little pet peeve of mine. People are like, I'm having a hard time making friends. Well, why? We are social beings. I'm not saying it's easy. I think especially making friends as an adult is a lot harder than it is as a kid. So I'm not trying to take away from that, but I am all for what could we be doing better in an appropriate, like in a very appropriate way where we're not overdoing it. And I'm thinking specifically about a couple people who have told me they just feel like they don't have friends. But when I ask them like what they do, like, oh, well, are you going out? Are you, are you hanging out with some friends and like trying to meet their other friends? Are you going to bars? Are you trying to do new things? They tell me no. So then it's kind of like, well, that's like telling me like I'm trying to lose weight, but I'm not going to the gym, not really being aware of what I'm eating, and I kind of sit around all day and but I'm upset because I haven't lost any weight. Like really? So come on, guys. We can do better. All right. Re-railing from my derail that I just did. A couple more is just Don't try to read people's minds. That's not your job. You're not on this world to try to figure out what somebody is thinking. If you want, you can ask them or you can let it go because it does not matter what they think, especially if it's not somebody who is very important to you. So fuck them, let it go, or just ask. They might lie to you, but that's fine. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Remember, their opinion of you does not matter. And then last but not least, I really just think the best thing to do is worry about yourself. Yep. Worry about yourself. I tell my students that all the time. Oh, Miss Nicholas, so and so's doing this. Miss Nicholas, so and so's doing that. Worry about yourself. I didn't ask for an assistant teacher. I have a couple students I'm thinking of specifically every morning. So I tutor in the morning a small group of kids just to kind of help them with their reading a little bit and math, things like that. And I've got a couple girls. Actually some boys too. It's really, it doesn't matter. I've got a couple kids who just love to tell me what's going on, tell me what so and so is doing, tell me what this person's doing, and oh my gosh, Miss Nicholas, they're doing this. Oh my gosh, Miss Nicholas, they're doing that. I know, thank you. Please worry about yourself. But you didn't tell them to put it away. You didn't tell them to worry about yourself. When did we forget about that as an adult? Worry about yourself. If there is somebody at the gym doing something that pisses you off, worry about yourself. Unless it's bothering you to the point where it's like actually interfering, like if they keep taking your weights or if they keep taking something of yours or they're in the way of something that you need to be doing right now, worry about yourself. Oh, there's somebody at the grocery store right now and they're oh my gosh, they're on their phone and they're so loud and they're really annoying. Whatever. Does it really matter? Come on, go in the other aisle. You're not at the grocery store to observe this person. You're at the grocery store to get your groceries. So let's move, right? Come on, get your stuff. Let's get out. Worry about yourself. Move on. I think the main message that comes back to this is we are wasting too much energy on things, people, places that don't matter. We need to refocus on what does matter. What is worth caring about? And it might be a different answer for each person, and that's okay. So, what is it that you care about? And when I say that, I don't mean the opinions of others. I mean, what brings you joy? What makes you happy? Because all we have is right now. Y'all know I'm going to end on a philosophical note. All we have is right now. And if you were to die tomorrow and all you did on your last day here was worry about, I didn't straighten my hair for graduation, or I didn't paint my nails for this wedding, or I didn't do this, or I wore the wrong leggings, or oh my god, I forgot the blush and the earrings, or oh my gosh, I don't have the clothes from this store and I'm not, then that's a sad life. That is a sad life. But if instead you were to say, you know what, I spend my time with the people I love, doing the things I love, filling my own cup so that I can pour into those that I want to pour into, that are worthy of my time and energy. And I go to bed every day proud of the person that I am. That's a life to live. And that is one worth caring about. So if there's anything you took from this, stop giving a fuck what other people think about you. It's not worth your time. If it's somebody that you care about, be a big boy, big girl, big person, and have that conversation with them. Ask why things are funky and move on. Let it go. Remember, Hannah Montana, nobody's perfect. You're not perfect. They're not perfect. We are not meant to be perfect. We are meant to be on this earth so that we can live our life. Remember that quote I said that Kelsey Wells shared with us in Mexico? So many people die with the music still inside of them. It's time to live. It's your time. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening to this episode. And to all the others, if you haven't, please give them a shot. I genuinely pour my heart and soul into these episodes. I care so much about them. And it would be amazing to just hear what you guys are thinking. Tell me if you've got any recommendations, guest topic wise, whatever comes to your mind, send it my way. I do care about you guys. This is something that is important to me because this podcast is important to me. So I want to make sure that I give you guys a chunk of my time and energy. I love you all, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, evening, and a great day tomorrow. And remember, stop giving a fuck about what other people think because they're not worth it. I love you. Bye.